If you were to bet right now, if I were to say, okay, $1 million, Blueface's baby, Ronnie's baby.
Just a loose million at...
Loose million. You got to bet. But of course, you're going to lose if you lose. So, it's $1 million riding on it.
Looking at the situation, I would say the baby's Ronnie's.
I would agree.
Baby
Too many
looks like-
shenanigans around it.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to prove one way or another, especially on the Blueface side.
Blueface father is there every day.
Right there. Take a DNA test with the father and see if, there is a relation of any sort.
There it goes.
It's like kind of confusing.
Oh my God.
It says the alleged father is not excluded as the biological father of the fetus. What does that mean?
What?
It says the alleged father is not excluded as the biological father of the fetus.
Let me get the father. Babe, that's me, your father.
Oh.
Father, nigga.
Oh, that's what that means?
Yeah, can you be a kid? You a weird ass nigga. What? You wanted to... You don't want it to be a...
I'm saying,
so
are you sure?
weird.
You didn't even read the paper.
You call me dumb, but you the slow one.
It says the alleged father is not... Why they write it like this, though? They could have just been more players.
Yeah, but they... Are you confident? Because you still don't understand.
I think I get it. Not excluded.
You the fuck...
Listen. The bitch said, yeah, I told me I'm thinking about doing Baddies East. She pregnant. How you gonna do Baddies East? She said, I think they'll be shooting after I had the baby already. I said, who gonna watch the baby? Me? So,
What?
have I ever watched you for more than 24 hours?
No. Yes.
I probably have. I'm gonna get that. I like that. Good shit.
He just tweeted he doesn't want the baby. That's cool. That's all fun and dandy. He don't want the baby because he know he can't control me. That's the weird part. I'm gonna have a kid and have to just move away,
Chrisean Jesus Porter was born in Baltimore, Maryland. If Junior is not my son, I deserve to have that proven to me through what? A DNA test. Any father on here, any real man, stand-up man that potentially has the privilege of being a father would want to make things right and would want to know if that's his child.
Me to talk about him again, what do you want from me, bro? What the So he's like, the baby's over there with you. The baby's gonna be wherever I go. He's gonna be protected. He's gonna be safe. He's gonna be with his mom. You know why? Because when I had a funny feeling when I left him with Marsh, I paid his $1,000 an hour. That's why when he woke up trying to take the baby, she was like, "You gonna take me too?" Till Chrisean get to us, because respectfully, that's what she paid for. So yeah, nigga, this weird is just a weirdo. He really weirdo, real. So now I got all my control though. That's why I had my baby in Baltimore. That's why I didn't put him on no birth certificate. So still my baby again. Respectfully, it's not your child. You know why? Because where's the proof? In spite of that DNA test.
When Chrisean walked back into Blueface's house, most people thought it was nothing serious. Online, it looked like a normal visit, maybe even a step toward fixing things. Fans were excited, clips started spreading fast, and people joked that the drama was finally slowing down. But what viewers didn't see was what was happening off camera. While everyone was distracted, a DNA swab was taken without Chrisean fully realizing what was going on. That single moment flipped the entire situation upside down and sent social media into overdrive. Suddenly, people were questioning everything about her, Blueface, and the baby. This was not something that just happened by chance. It was planned ahead of time. People in the house already knew what was going to happen and played their roles quietly. Blueface's dad, Whack 100, and other relatives were not just present by coincidence. They were part of a setup that had one clear goal. What looked like a calm reunion was actually a move designed to uncover information and see who would stay loyal once things got messy. That visit became the starting point for a much bigger mess. Questions about money, trust, and the baby's paternity quickly took over the conversation. The image fans had of Blueface and Chrisean's relationship started to fall apart. Many people began asking why she would trust anyone in that house when it seemed obvious that something was being planned behind her back. At first, the visit seemed harmless. Chrisean appeared relaxed, and fans online reacted with excitement, convinced the two were reconnecting. But the truth was very different. The visit had nothing to do with fixing the relationship. Blueface had already thought it through. He knew how Chrisean would act and counted on her being distracted. The people around him were not innocent bystanders. They were watching closely, waiting for the right moment. Every detail seemed intentional. Who showed up when they appeared on camera, and how long Chrisean stayed busy, all felt planned. While she was talking, laughing, and trying to feel comfortable, others were focused on completing their task. She believed she had control of the situation and that the house was still a familiar space. In reality, she was walking into something carefully arranged. The house that once felt safe had turned into a stage. This was no longer about private family issues. It became a public test of loyalty, reactions, and power. Money, pride, and control were all tied into it, and once the DNA swab happened, there was no going back. The swab itself was not done out of curiosity. A home DNA kit had already been bought, and the timing was planned. Blueface's dad was not just watching from the sidelines. He made sure everything stayed on track. Whack 100 and others kept an eye on the situation to ensure it played out as expected. Chrisean, meanwhile, had no idea what was unfolding. She thought she was reconnecting and rebuilding trust. Instead, she was being exposed. When clips of the swab hit the internet, reactions exploded. Some people felt it was a clear betrayal. Others argued that Chrisean should have been more careful. What stood out was how calculated the entire moment was. This wasn't confusion or bad communication, it was deliberate. For Chrisean, it became clear that she had far less control in that house than she believed. Money made everything worse. Chrisean reportedly gave Blueface her last $10,000, thinking it would help her stay in the house or at least earn some respect. Just 2 days later, she was kicked out. Fans were shocked. The money was gone, and soon after, Blueface was already moving forward with plans for a video shoot. To many viewers, it looked like she was only valued when she had something to offer. This wasn't just about losing money, it was about power. Giving up her last funds left her exposed, and the people around her took advantage of that. Social media filled with comments saying she had been used. The situation showed how quickly loyalty disappeared once her resources were gone. Trust in that house seemed to depend on what someone could provide. People also noticed how familiar this pattern felt. Chrisean often gave more than she should, hoping for stability, while Blueface and others acted without concern for how it affected her. Fans pointed out that this wasn't the first time money played a role in their issues. It was another example of manipulation layered on top of an already unstable relationship. Their relationship has always been intense, but the control issues made it worse. Viewers noticed that whenever Chrisean tried to focus on herself or spend time away, Blueface reacted strongly. Even small signs of independence triggered arguments. Clips of their public fights spread fast, and many people called out the imbalance. He seemed free to do what he wanted, while she was punished for even small moves. This cycle had been repeating for a long time. Short reunions created the appearance of peace, but the tension never truly left. Fans analyzed every post, argument, and comment, seeing how reactions were managed and narratives controlled. Even her role as a mother became part of the debate, with some viewers saying she was being pushed aside while others held the power. The chaos didn't stop with just the two of them. Family members and friends were pulled into it, forced to pick sides or stay quiet. Loyalty shifted quickly, and trust was constantly tested. What played out online reflected deeper problems around control, insecurity, and unresolved trauma. To understand Chrisean fully, many people believe you have to look at her past. Stories shared online describe a difficult upbringing filled with instability and mixed messages about right and wrong. Fans often say these early experiences shaped how she handles relationships today. Her struggles didn't start with Blueface. They were already there, making her more vulnerable to repeating the same painful patterns. Many people online believe Chrisean's past plays a big role in why she keeps ending up in unstable situations. Stories shared by fans describe a childhood shaped by strict religious rules mixed with behavior at home that didn't match those teachings. When parents talk about values but act differently behind closed doors, it creates confusion. Add reports of frequent arguments involving siblings and relatives, and it starts to make sense why Chrisean may be drawn to relationships built around power, control, and emotional swings. This background doesn't excuse her decisions, but it helps explain them. Online discussions often focus on how early exposure to chaos can shape adult behavior. Patterns like trusting the wrong people, depending emotionally on unstable partners, and reacting quickly under stress often begin early in life. For many viewers, this explains why Chrisean keeps landing in situations where money becomes a problem, loyalty is questioned, and betrayal feels unavoidable. Now, much of the attention has shifted to Junior, Chrisean's child. The internet has turned his paternity into a non-stop debate. Some fans believe Blueface is the father, pointing to physical similarities. Others argue the baby looks more like Ronnie, another man linked to Chrisean. Every photo and video gets slowed down, zoomed in, and compared, turning private family matters into public guesswork. The outcome matters a lot. If Blueface is not the father, many believe he will walk away completely, leaving the child caught between tense family lines. Even if he is the father, that doesn't promise peace. The same issues, control, manipulation, and public drama are likely to continue, affecting both Chrisean and her child. Online reactions range from concern to harsh judgment, with many people questioning what kind of environment Junior will grow up in. This is where the DNA swab becomes so important. It wasn't just about finding an answer. To many viewers, it was about power and leverage. It tested trust and set the stage for shifting alliances. A single result could change relationships overnight and rewrite the public story. That's why emotions ran so high once clips of the swab started spreading. While most of the focus stays on Chrisean and Blueface, Jideen has quietly taken on a different role. She appears calm and organized, showing a structured home life. Fans notice that she cooks, keeps things running smoothly, and stays focused on her children. This contrast didn't go unnoticed online. Many people began comparing her steady presence to the chaos surrounding Chrisean. To some viewers, Jideen represents order and routine. Her actions send a clear message without words. Online conversations often suggest that Blueface respects her stability while taking advantage of Chrisean's emotional openness. Whether that's true or not, the comparison has shaped how fans see the situation. Jideen's role also affects the children involved. By keeping daily life structured, she shows that family issues don't have to play out publicly. This has led people to speculate about how much influence she has on Blueface's decisions and what that could mean for the household moving forward. Once the DNA swab footage hit social media, the reaction was immediate. Comment sections filled up fast. Some accused Blueface of planning the moment and embarrassing Chrisean on purpose. Others blamed Chrisean, saying she should have expected something like this. The situation quickly turned into online entertainment, with clips reposted, memes created, and opinions shared across every platform. The public fallout affected everyone involved. What started as a private family issue became a performance judged by millions. Every expression, word, and pause was analyzed. It stopped being about truth and became about who looked worse under pressure. For Chrisean, the viral spread added intense stress. Her choices were judged in real time, with no room to process things privately. The footage strengthened the idea that she had been set up, while also reminding viewers how unforgiving the internet can be once a moment goes viral. At the center of it all is Junior. His life has become content for strangers, and the uncertainty around his future is heavy. Whether Blueface stays or leaves, the child remains surrounded by adult conflict. Fans worry about the emotional impact of growing up under constant public attention. Beyond one family, this situation highlights bigger issues around trust, control, and ego. Every person involved is tangled in choices made under pressure and watched by the world. And as new clips surface, the story keeps growing, leaving one question hanging. Was this chaos unavoidable, or could it have been stopped long ago?